what, the Suzuki Marauder?
Yeah.
What year?
So, hold on. It's a 2001. But what happened was with this year's bike, there's a little flat spot in the cylinder, so until it's warmed up, it doesn't, it like bogs,
Yeah.
and it's a
So on to the main event, riding side by side, and we're gonna review his bike today. I'm not gonna ride it, but basically we're gonna show you how to ride side by side, the different rules you need to follow. I'm hanging back a little bit so I can tell you this real quick before I come up to him.
It's gonna be a big
And
sign
that's
of
what this
that.
blog's gonna be about today. Hope you enjoy.
So like here, as soon as I start to go, wait till my tire clears, and then just go.
Okay.
So for now, just like stay in the lane next to me, or stay behind me until I come
Okay, so
up.
just in case you didn't hear exactly what he said, when you're turning left, what you want to do is you want the person on the left to turn left first, and as soon as their back tire clears your first tire, that's when you can start going. And as he said at the end, he would like tell me when to come up and move closer to him when we were at the lights and whatnot. But as you're learning, you got to communicate with each other, and that's the biggest thing about riding together. Okay, so I had to shut up right there for a quick second because I wanted you to hear the bike itself. I mean, for the most part, that bike is completely stock. He did not change the pipes on it. That's how he bought it. And really, he loves it. I mean, it's a beautiful bike. It works phenomenally. And as he mentioned, the only thing he doesn't like about it is when it's warming up. He has to wait for it to warm up or it starts bogging and stuff. The other thing he doesn't like, as you can see, is all the chrome on the side there. He's not a huge fan of the chrome. And, I mean, personally, I think it's cool as can be. I mean, I have no issue with chrome. That sun is bright. That's what we get for going out for a late evening ride. But I mean, the Suzuki Marauder is a phenomenal bike. His version, or his model, is the 2001 model. He mentioned that one pitfall of it, and the only other thing he's ever had go wrong with it is the battery, but that's his own fault, as he mentioned. That's usually one of the things that will go wrong on a bike very quickly if you're just learning on it, and that's not the one he learned on, but it's the street bike he learned on, and street bikes are a lot different than other bikes. So I mean, or a lot different than dirt bikes that he used to ride. My mistake. So when it comes down to it, the Suzuki Marauder is a beautiful bike. He wants to put highway pegs on it. Right now it has the front controls, as you can kind of see right here. But I mean, he has literally no complaints about it from everything that we've talked about with it and whatnot. Obviously, we're not doing side-by-side riding right now because I'm kind of focused on talking to you guys about his bike. And I'll continue to do that throughout this. We're going for a pretty long ride today. We're basically going to do a giant loop, but I mean, we'll have some kind of fun with it and whatnot and show you exactly what it means to ride side by side. And also, I just want to keep going over that beautiful bike that he has right now. Personally, I would buy it off him because I'm looking for a cruiser and I want a nice cruiser, and I know that he takes good care of his bikes. So I mean, if you were to try to get rid of it, I'd definitely take it for a test drive and see if I liked it. As you saw in other videos, the handlebars are pretty cool, and his mirrors are custom. Now, even though they're custom, I don't really consider that being the bike being modified. I mean, you can modify mirrors, it doesn't change how the bike works or runs or anything like that. So when it comes down to it, the Suzuki Marauder is truly a great bike. I'll pull up a little bit closer so you can see, kind of get a better view of it. The one kind of cool thing about it, is the shocks. I mean, they look really sick on that back wheel, and you can see them right there. They're very interesting, just like how they're chromed out and whatnot. That's one of the first things I noticed about it when I noticed all that chrome, is how they like integrated the shocks into the chrome. Looks very cool. Okay, so as we're coming up to this right turn up here, I just want to kind of show you a little bit about riding side by side. So normally, obviously, we'd be right side by side, but since he's a little ahead of me right now, he's going to turn a lot sooner than I will. But anyways, normally, even in a right turn, same with the left turn, the person on the right would turn right first, and then the person on the left would wait for that back wheel to clear, and then the person on the left would start riding and pull up on the left. You never switch sides when you're riding, unless you both communicate that. I mean, we don't have Cena communicators right now. I'm hoping to get some soon, because when the spring rolls around, I definitely want to be able to communicate, because we're going to be riding a lot more, hopefully. Again, look at those shocks. You can see them perfectly right there. They look so sick. Anyways, so moving on. I wish he had a GoPro so we could kind of like overlap it, so you could see me turn, and then you could see from his view how that back wheel's turning, or how I'm turning or how he's turning when my back wheel is going past his front wheel. But unfortunately, we can't do that today. Hopefully, he'll be getting a GoPro soon. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say something real quick. He's a joker, downright joker. So this is a perfect example of a side-by-side right turn. So as soon as that back wheel passed my front wheel, I'm turning. That's how it looks. Therefore, you guys can see it. Now this one, I'm turning first. We're going to be turning left here. So again, I'm the one, since I'm turning first, I'm the one who's choosing when to turn. So I'm going through my turn, and you can you might be able to see in my mirror him coming up. This is how side-by-side riding works. I've seen accidents happen, luckily not with me involved or with me in real life. I've seen accidents happen on YouTube where someone tried to cut through a group, or someone tried to turn improperly or be in a group improperly, and it just doesn't work out well for anyone involved. So that's side-by-side riding. Again, Suzuki Marauder, beautiful bike, 2001, and I mean, he has barely any complaints about it. Personally, I don't have any complaints about it. So if you're looking for a nice cruiser, it's a beautiful bike. It does have that one pitfall. Ride safe, everyone. We're going to keep riding for a little bit, maybe get a few more random thoughts out of it and whatnot, but for now, have a great time and go ride. Enjoy the weather while you can if you're in the northern states like we are. So just have fun. Ride safe.